name is Kathern Michon. Oh, no, this is it. Will the real Kathern Michon please stand? Ta-da. And Kathern Michon?
That's right.
How did you meet Pat Michon?
Kathern Louise Michon.
Louise Michon. With a K, Kathern with a K, I remember that.
K, Kathern with a K.
And Grandma was Kathern with a C.
C, right.
And Pat was a Kathern with a P.
And Grandma used to call me Catrianella Cantasabella.
Oh, Catrianella.
That means the belle of the ball.
Okay, I like that. And how did you meet Pat Michon?
Well, we always went on the President to dance and have fun, teenage girls. And this particular night, it was Jack's Brewery had a dance on the boat. And so it was a Friday night and we went. And I don't know if you're familiar with the boat, but on the boat they had 12 sets of dances. Like they'd have a waltz set, a jitterbug set, a foxtrot. That was the way the dances went. And you, as soon as you got on the boat, if you were used to going like we used to go every week, well, they'd come and ask you if you would promise them a dance. So you'd promise them a set. Like, well, number 1 or number 5 or number 8. If you go on enough, you know what, like a jitterbug, what dance that would be. Well, Pat came and asked me for a dance, and I said, well, and I said, okay, so I mustn't have had all my dances promised, you know, but we used to promise dances from week to week. So anyway, I danced with him, and then he was with a group of fellas, and so we went up for intermission. You go upstairs and you have your little drinks, well, soft drinks, because none of us drank alcohol at that time. We were teenagers, teeny boppers. So then he asked if they could take us home. You know, they had a car, but we had 5 girls, and we always took a cab. We took a cab there, and we took a cab home. We made it a ruling that we'd never go home with anybody, just meeting them on a boat. So they said, well, what about Sunday? Well, Sunday we were going out to Little Woods. They had a camp at Little Woods that would have a band and everything.
Oh, that's the one that's at the end of the highway there. Haynes Boulevard.
Our crowd, we had a big crowd. Anna Brogy and Joe Brogy. At the time they weren't married, but anyway, we had a big crowd that used to go out there too. So we all went out there, and I told him no, I couldn't go out with him Sunday because I was going to this camp. Well, where's that camp? Well, first thing you know, him and his brother and another fellow came to the camp that night, you know, that day, and we were all there. And then he asked for a date, and I told him, I said, only time I could go out with him would be a Saturday, because Friday and Sundays was taken. Those days were taken. I'm going on and on about this meeting Pat. That's how I met him, in other words. That's when we started going out.
Well, did you think it would develop?
Wait, so when we had gone to this camp, you could take a bus or whatever it was that we could go to this camp. But we didn't, to go home, you had to catch the bus. And he said that they had a flat bottom truck, you know, like you put the hay rods and all that.
Yeah, yes.
So we all got on that truck to go home. Well, we're going along, and June Payton, I know you remember June Payton.
The name's familiar.
Well, she says, boy, this ass smells so nice. And everybody's going like that. And we pass a pig farm.
Oh, gee. Oh, gee. Take a deep breath.
Oh, take a deep breath. Well, everybody laughed, and God, they were laughing. But she never did get over that because everybody teased her. I like this fresh air. So we started going out. I was, 18 years old.
And you lived in St. Cloud Heights was the first home that you bought.
Oh yeah.
On what street?
On that was on
Alexander?
No, that was on Prosperity.
Prosperity
Street. And Stevens lived across the street from us. On Center.
In a little cigar box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were nice. Those were the days, though. You had nice neighbors.
Yes, absolutely. Neighbors. Well, everybody was from the 9th Ward.
Yeah.
They all moved down to St. Benoit.
Yeah, St. Claude.
That's how St. Benoit developed, really. You know, they had a long time people, older people there, but the new crowd was all from the 9th Ward.
Yeah, I know.
Mostly from Nichols High, too.
So we lived there, and that's where Ricky was born.
Uh-huh.
And then when Janice came along, the house got small.
Yeah.
So we said, well, we have to get us a bigger house. And the way our house was, I don't know if you remember, it was right on the corner. And you couldn't really add on. If you'd add on the back of the house, you'd take your whole yard up.
Yeah.
So we decided to get it. So we bought a lot in Chalmette, right on Tuniford Street.
3012.
3012,
I
Tuniford
remember
Street.
that well.
Yeah, and we bought that lot, and then we built the house. I designed the house, and we built it, and lived there for 50 years, 50 some odd years.
When you first got married, I remember you and Pat lived upstairs with my grandma.
Oh yeah, but that was
Yeah.
only for a few
With
months.
Anna, what's her
Anna
name?
Tina.
She lives in,
Anna Tina and Michelina.
you know what,
cousins.
she lives in Dallas too, by the way.
Yes, she
Anna
does.
Tina.
We went to her
We
house.
went and visited her
Yeah.
back in the 70s.
Well,
And that's
saw
when
her.
she was going out with Lil Pat. And Lil
Uh-huh.
Pat, when we went to Anna Tina's house, he says, I'm coming to stay with you all. So he came and slept with us at Anna Tina's house.
Oh, darn. Well, wasn't that in Houston? His father moved to Houston?
No, Dallas.
That's what, Dallas?
Right
Okay.
outside of Dallas, County.
Okay.
Count.
His father was with Ford, right?
Ford, yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, I tell the story about when we were kids, we never went on vacation as such. It was the camp was the vacation.
Oh, that was our
2 weeks,
vacation.
2
The
weeks in
whole
the
family.
summer.
How many?
Yes.
5 families would put in.
Yes, yeah,
And rent the
yeah.
camp.
And everybody would break their piggy banks.
And all the kids would sleep in one big dining room on the floor. And
Yeah.
all the adults would have the bed.
But it was so much fun because the family was closer. A lot of members in the family, and it might have been 30 people in total in the family. My grandma Sham would never come to the
Oh no.
camp.
I
don't
think
think she
one
could do
time
it.
she came. She did come one time and walked that run.
Yeah. But we were talking about the music box back again since we were on camera. My daddy used to love that music box.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, he broke everybody's back. That thing must have weighed 500
Not only the
pounds.
music box bringing it over, but they'd get a barrel of beer and
Yeah,
have the
yes,
Carol
yeah.
roll that barrel of beer up
Yeah.
the run to go to the camp.
Yeah.
And there was one guy that would come bring the ice.
Oh, Mr.
Oh, yes.
Iceman.
Yeah. 100-pound blocks of ice
Silver
down
gray,
that run.
silver gray hair and blue eyes.
Yeah.
His eyes was just so blue
Yeah.
and silver
I
hair.
remember that because we wondered how he could carry that ice. And with no problem, and ours wasn't the only camp he delivered ice to. It was up
Everyone.
and down the line.
Well, anybody would leave their
What'd you put a
dish
note or
rag,
something? Dish rag.
rag out. If they left the dish rag out on the front,
Yeah.
if it was this way, it meant 50 pounds ice. If it was long, it meant 100 pounds ice.
And we used to go fishing off the run, and we'd catch a fish about 2 inches long. Oh, look at that big fish! Everybody got excited.
Oh, and you could look over the run and see the crabs in the net.
Yeah.
The water
Yeah.
was so clear, blue and clear as
Yeah.
could be. Now you can't even see the bottom of the lake.
No. Then you had other things floating in the water too.
Just like a
Yeah. And they flush the toilet, we go, bloop. Don't go over there. Depending on what they had to eat, whether it would float or not.
no, but you was talking about grandma with Zatarain.
Uh-huh.
I was young, and
Uh-huh.
we would go. He had some kind of a shrine in his basement that he had statues, religious statues.
Well, his wife